Stick was standing in the hallway, still motionless, with that look of someone who is staring at something very important, but there's nothing there, or so he said. Then, Spoony appeared. As always, without warning, with the energy of someone who has never read the room in their life. What are you staring at so much, Stick? Stick didn't even move. Nothing. Just nothing. Spoony looked in the same direction, processed it, and then understood everything. Ooh, dramatic pause. Is that a crush? Stick reacted like any normal person, in total panic. Keep your voice down, Spoony, lowered his voice. That was a lie. Stick has a crush and Muggsy appeared. Out of nowhere. Like Muggsy always appears, no entrance, no announcement. He was just simply there, arms crossed. With that face, the whole school already knew. Spike arrived, nervous, with the energy of someone who already knows this is going to end badly, but showed up anyway because leaving would have been worse. And Lumi arrived, the last one. She stopped at the edge of the group, looked at Spoony, looked at Spike, looked at Muggsy, looked at Stick. She read the entire situation in exactly 1 second and said the simplest thing in the world. Why don't you just talk to them? Silence. They all looked at her, and then everyone went back to what they were doing as if Lumi hadn't said absolutely anything, because Spoony already had a plan. Alright, we need a plan. Operation Crush. I'll be the leader. Spike raised his hand with a look of impending doom. This is going to go wrong. I can feel it in my teeth. Muggsy stared at him. You have one eye, Spike. You don't have teeth. Spike didn't waste a single second. Exactly. That's why I feel it so much. Lumi sighed. Right? Phase 1, the paper. Spoony shoved a folded note into Stick's hand and pushed him down the hallway as if he were launching a rocket. Go, give them the paper, you can do it. Stick walked, stiffly, each step like a negotiation with the universe. Spoony and Spike hid behind a locker. Well, Spoony peeked out, giving a thumbs up, yell whispering. Spike was barely visible behind him, trembling, with a single tooth peeking out over the edge of the locker. Muggsy was standing in the middle of the hallway, not hiding, watching. Why are we hiding if we're yelling? No one answered him. Stick arrived. He extended his arm, the note at his fingertips, his arm shaking, everything shaking. And then, the wind. A small, insignificant, completely unnecessary wind at that exact moment. The note flew away down the hallway, in front of everyone. Stick was left with his arm extended, his hand empty. Watching the paper go, Spoony processed it in silence. Phase 2. Phase 2 was worse. Spoony pushed Stick straight into the cafeteria, straight toward the crush, with the energy of someone who genuinely believes this is going to work. Stick tripped, the tray went flying. Food went in all directions, and Muggsy, who was sitting in exactly the wrong place at the wrong time, got hit with all of it. His head, his shoulders, everything. Muggsy looked up slowly, with food dripping off him. His expression exactly the same as always. I knew it. Stick panicked completely. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. Spoony appeared smiling. Look, now they'll remember you forever. Spike, from the background, asked Lumi quietly, is this good or bad? Lumi didn't hesitate for half a second. Bad. Definitely bad. Stick ended up alone in the hallway, sitting on the floor against the lockers, with the look of someone who has just survived something they'd rather not remember, and then Lumi arrived, unannounced. She sat next to him, didn't look at him, didn't say anything, just was there. A moment later, Stick spoke. It was a disaster, Lumi nodded. Yeah, Stick looked at the ceiling. Why is it so hard? And Lumi answered the way Lumi always answers, unhurried, as if the answer had been there the whole time. Because you care. Easy things don't matter. Stick processed that. And what if they ignore me? Lumi looked right at him. Then, and knowing is always better than wondering. And at that exact moment, because the universe has a very specific sense of humor, Spoony came running down the hallway with another plan under his arm. Phase 3. I have an idea with a ball. And Muggsy walked past in the background without stopping. No, Spike yelled from the back. Please, no. Stick looked at Lumi, Lumi looked at Stick, and they both smiled at the same time. Stick stood up, took a breath, and walked down the hallway forward. Toward the light at the end of the corridor, toward whatever came next. The group watched him. From behind, Spoony on tiptoes, holding his breath. Spike peeking through his teeth with his eye half closed. Muggsy with his arms for the first time, uncrossed. And, in a low voice, almost to himself, he said something no one expected from Muggsy. "You got this, stick?" Lumi's glow pulsed once, softly, and the screen faded to black. Did he do it?